If we were actually honest with ourselves, we'd admit that we still have an irrational fear of quicksand, or that we're powerless to cheese. Or the one time we got a great deal on a pair of jeans at a thrift store and realized while showing them off to friends that they were actually women's jeans. Why is it so tight, like right here? And we may also admit that environmentally speaking, Trump and his Congress are giving the royal fuck job to Mother Nature. Welcome to Naughty Politics, I'm your host, Brad Lee. Now when it comes to the environment, Obama isn't exactly worthy of the pedestal most liberals put him on. He did some awesome. He promoted regulation. Hey Karl, can we cut it with the graphics? Let me do my thing. Alright, those were Obama's good things, but he also did some awful. He wavered on the Keystone Pipeline. Karl, let me do my thing. I'm trying to do my thing, and you're not letting me do my thing. Let me do my thing! Trump, though. Holy shit, Trump. He is on another level. He is a wartime president, and the enemy is the environment. Trump has... Karl, don't. Trump has... What are you doing, you piece of shit? This is my show! Holy shit. Who's got a cheese? Who's got a fucking pack of cheese? I know for a fact that one of you motherfuckers has a pack of cheese. That was a running list from National Geographic of all of Trump's environmental awful from not even 600 days in office. With all of this and more to come in mind, I hope you agree that it's fucking imperative that we, you and I, and your hot friend, and your medium looking friend, we all need to do everything in our power to help protect this planet and the lives of those of us who can't move to Mars. Because that's what this comes down to. Helping to protect people's lives and local economies crippled by giant storms, droughts, fires, floods, etc. Whatever your reason is, I hope you agree that we need to step up to help the peoples, places, animals, and plants of this beautiful world. Now, there are things we can do as a people that will make major strides in reducing the Earth's temperature. But I, as an individual, can't force my state to adopt wind farming. What are you doing today? I was just gonna farm some wind. Brad's making us do it. To make changes that big, we need to do the most important thing we can do regarding basically all issues. Vote. Vote for candidates who believe that humans cause climate change and that we need to take action like the day before tomorrow. Wait, that's today! Shit! Giant companies wouldn't spend millions to swing elections if voting wasn't important. They pay top dollar to make climate change a political issue so their puppets can spout bullshit like, the science is unclear. The verdict is still out. What is a verdict? I can't stress enough how truly important it is to vote. Vote! 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 Come on, Karl! But chances are we can't vote right now, and maybe we're feeling helpless. Well, we're not. We are not helpless. We, on a micro level, can do 3 things to make a giant impact in reversing Trump's global harming. Number 1. Food wasted. Cutting down on food waste is the number 1 thing we can do to reverse climate change. Why? Because rotting food releases a fuck ton of methane into the atmosphere, and methane's far more potent than carbon dioxide in warming the planet. Food waste happens on so many levels. A third of the food raised or prepared doesn't make it to our spoons, forks, sporks, or forkoons. A third. Some produce is left in the field because demand isn't there, no one will buy it. An enormous amount is thrown out before shipment because it's not pretty enough. Other times, grocery stores and restaurants order too much for fear their customers will be upset if they're out of eggplant? What kind of restaurant runs out of eggplant? And once we buy the food, we often throw it out because we think it's bad, we forget about it, or we overestimate at the store how much we need. But on top of produce, there's the milk we thought had gone bad, or meat that doesn't look fresh anymore. So here are 5 things we can do to reduce food waste. Number 1, make sure something's actually bad before garbaging it. With meat, if it's not smelly or slimy, cook it and eat it. That's my grandpa's rule. Another rule of his, ranch dressing. You're really gonna throw out limp lettuce? The entire purpose of ranch is to help you forget about the fucking taste and texture of lettuce. Number 2, don't forget about it in the fridge. This helps our bank accounts and the planet. It's all happened to us, driving back home to introduce your girlfriend of almost 2 years to your parents, only to be told that you can't sleep in the same bed with her because you're not married, and it will desecrate your parents' home, and something about the Bible and your dad tells you to let it go, but you can't let it go, and you lose sleep because you can't let it go, and you remember the bag of spinach you left in the back of your fridge. We've all been there. But we can do things like keeping food that will go bad quicker at the front of the fridge to prevent forgetful food waste. Number 3, only buy the amount we need. People who plan their meals and write a list are far less likely to overbuy. Dana Gunders, author of Wasted, a game-changing 2012 report that put food waste in the spotlight, says we should definitely make a list, but also ask ourselves when we're going to cook it. She says we're often aspirational in the grocery store, and making a list and questioning our aspirations will lead us to choose a different major than studio art. You were right, Dad. Number 4, don't freak out when the grocery store or restaurant you're patronizing is out of something you want. You're out of kale? What's your name? Karen? How the fuck am I supposed to make kale chips without kale, Karen? If we are more forgiving if we just buy or order something else without sass, there'd be less overbuying by stores and restaurants. And finally, number 5, buy ugly produce. The misshapen types with maybe a bruise or two. Dude, misshapen! She was the best! Open book tests. She was a bit lumpy, but still a babe. Ask your grocery store where their ugly produce or reduced price section is, and if they have one, buy from it. If they don't, ask them to get one, and choose the produce others won't, because that's what'll get passed over and release methane in a landfill. The most impactful thing we can do to reverse global warming is cutting down on food waste. And those are 5 ways to do it. Thanks for watching video 1 of the Naughty Politics Top 3 Ways to Reverse Trump's Global Harming. Be sure to watch video 2, it's shorter, and I'm giving away a prize. Wow, misshapen. She had this thing on her neck, but such a sweetheart. We used to call her Sweet Thing. No, that was Sweet Neck Thing. Yeah, we were mean.